Oh boy. How's it going, everyone? If you're Wolfram, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. So I have another review for you, and that movie review is for the movie Mercy. Mercy, starring Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. Um, yeah. So, ooh, what can I say about this one? So, I don't want to on my face to give it a dead giveaway for how I'm gonna rate this movie, but so this movie is I gotta move my thing over. Who's the director of this? Because we gotta get the information up here. I use my TV now for the information since I don't until I get all of my equipment together. Um, and then my phone is the recording device. So anyway, so this is the review for the movie Mercy, again starring Chris Pratt, Rebecca Ferguson, and Kali Reese. Now I remember Kali Reese from that TV show that took place in Alaska. I couldn't remember the name of it. She was in there with Jodie Foster. If you guys can remember what that TV show was, I never watched it, but I remember seeing trailers for it, and I remember seeing her in it. So even for her being such a small actor, this Callie Reese, I'm glad that she's in here. So you got her, Chris Pratt, Rebecca Ferguson. Um, okay, this sounds like a Russian director, so I'm not even going to try to butcher his name. I do apologize. So let's just get into the review. Mercy. So if you've seen the trailer, you know the premise is it's a pretty paper thin, very straightforward premise. Um, Chris Pratt, he plays Chris Raven. Didn't really change that. Didn't really change that first name much, did you? So Chris Pratt plays a guy named Chris Raven, and he's being put into an AI judging program called Mercy, and the AI program's name is Judge Maddox, and Judge Maddox has him on trial for being accused of murdering his wife, and what he has to do. He's a police officer himself, and he murdered his wife. So now he has 90 minutes. He has exactly 90 minutes to solve his own crime, and if he could prove it, because in this system, we're innocent until proven guilty in the United States, but in the system of mercy, you're guilty until you're proven innocent. So you have to assess all the evidence and everything in this AI thing, and you have this percentage of where your guilty probability is, and it has to go below. I think they said it has to go below 90%, um, and or it has to go below a certain threshold. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the threshold was exactly, but if it goes below that threshold percentage, then you're free to go. You've claimed your innocence. Um, so watching the trailer, I did kind of look at this and go, wow, this looks really stupid. Yeah, I was like, because I didn't even like the premise to it, because the premise didn't even make sense to me. And even watching the movie, uh, the premise still didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Um, so his wife, her name is Nicole Raven, and she's played by Annabelle Wallace. Y'all remember Annabelle Wallace? She was in the first Annabelle movie, and she was the main character in that movie Malignant. Uh, and she was in the Mummy remake with Tom Cruise. Uh, so she's been getting some crappy roles. I'm just gonna say that right now. She has not been getting the best roles. Uh, and I think here, like when you watch this, um, it's trying to be this because the movie's an hour and 40 minutes, so it's about the same runtime as it's that race against the clock movie. Uh, but this mostly takes place in one location, and it's a bunch of screens, and it's kind of reminiscent. You know what? You know, movie kind of reminded me of a little bit. It reminded me of War of the Worlds in some ways, because the actors are on screens and they're not connected to each other, and that's a bad movie for you to remind me of, as I wasn't too favorable with it when I reviewed it. And I think I got maybe halfway through this movie. I was like, I think I really hate this movie. I think I really hate it. And um, because first of all, the premise just falls apart. So this is supposed to be a movie where there's an AI judge system um, that that basically tells you that you have to solve your own. You have to prove your innocence. Um, and first of all, this system doesn't even work. You so you kidnap people, you put them, or you arrest them, you put them in this thing. You already accuse them of murder, and then and then that person has to somehow prove that they're innocent. Is is ridiculous. I was like, first of all, that would never work, because not everybody's a detective. First of all, so I don't understand how I get it. You just somehow got a cop to try to do this thing, but not everyone's a detective. Um, he's not gonna do or go over anything, but you know how it is in the movie. Um, and then like they sort of, so not only do they give this sort of like really convoluted of way or system building. Essentially, the system building just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then when the movie goes further, it makes even less sense. Especially when they explain everything at the end. Um, now Kylie Reese, she plays like his partner or whatever, um, who who basically she's his right hand partner, and there's a tragedy that happened with his other partner. So Kylie Reese, she's like his partner in the present, and she's basically on the outside trying to scramble around to help him solve his murder. Because they all know about Mercy. Mercy's like the new justice implemented AI system that's been put into the court system, and it's I just feel like uh and then not only that too, it's the AI system that he helped build. He helped build Mercy, so that makes it worse. He's like, well, I helped build this, this AI thing. And then they have this whole thing about like how the AI isn't specialized to have feelings, uh, and it I don't know. It's so stupid how they how they do this. I'll just say it's like once you get to the ending, you're like, I really got to the ending of this movie. I somehow made it through an hour and 40 minutes, and at the towards the end of the movie, I was like, huh? I was like, that ending doesn't even make any sense. Like when you find out what's actually going on, it almost, to me, it kind of deviated away from what you could have potentially had as an interesting premise. um I mean, the acting is fine. I mean, Chris Pratt, I thought he was good in this. Rebecca Ferguson, I mean, she plays an emotionless AI program thing. So that's a give or take. It didn't bother me too much. I know her idea was to not show any emotion because she's a machine. Um but um no, this is just not. It wasn't very interesting. And then like even the clues and everything, when they try to get to all the conclusions and stuff, it's really not worth it. Um, this movie was a waste of 100 minutes. That's what Prime says right now. It says it's a 100 minute film, and it was just a waste of time. I wouldn't even spend a second on this. I wouldn't even get curious. I'm going to be very honest with you. This is probably one of the worst things I've seen this year. Um, Definitely one of the worst movies I've seen this year. Terrible. Like I said, the acting is manageable. It's fine. Like these are really big actors and they're good actors, but they're not really given a whole lot to do. So there's that. Um, I like Chris Pratt and I like Rebecca Ferguson and I like Annabelle Wallace and I like Kylie Reese, but they have better projects than this. Definitely go watch something else. I'm going to give this one do not recommend. Um, I don't recommend this one at all. I don't even recommend this one to my worst enemy. Uh, because they're gonna feel like I was somebody sent me a gift with Pratt screaming strapped in the chair in this movie, and I was thinking the same thing. That was me screaming get me out of this movie. Uh, so that's my review for Mercy 2026. Do not recommend this one. Um, and don't be a sick person. Don't recommend this to people. Disguising as a good movie. Don't do that. But yeah, I will see you in the next review. Everyone, peace.